to the past, recent and past. So I'm going to the two I have in the past. When I was in college, I wrote a poem after reading a book on oral communication. Not reading it, but studying it. It was something they gave us at college that we had to do in English 101, first semester, Dutchess Community College. Somehow, back in the book, a year before JFK was killed, murdered. And a year later, on November 22nd, they had all kind of stuff going on that year, and I was in college, and I had to write a dissertation or an essay, and I wrote an essay, and we had to speak to this in front of the students there, and the teacher would grade us. The original version is here, and I changed it many times before I did that 2 weeks later for the class and for my grade. So this is the poem. It says at the top, essay, 15 minutes and 5-minute poem. JFK, a year ago today. You have been cut down, an oak tree fallen by many saws, and the seeds of evil are being sown. Justice bypassed in our nations of laws. They say one man has done this, alone with rifle and bullets and scope. Accuracy is perfected wish. To believe this, we must be dope-doped. Many assassins were there, in bushes, by trees, fences, and underground. To blame but one I do fear will chase this nation and chains and be bound. The future demands the truth of this. Your murderers cannot go free, or more good men's graves are on the list. Our slumber, covered by fallen leaves and trees, someday, when we awaken to the evil and greed around, will the warnings be finally taken before all good men are in the ground? I went to service after that. Martin Luther King and Bobby Kennedy got killed while I was on active duty. Continue. Will we be wiser and clear-minded to see the truth through a mist of lies, so this nation by hope and justice founded will have us awakened so liberty never dies? Then stand up, Americans all. Do not let this crime be hidden in our land. Let these criminals hear our call, that before just men and justice they will stand. Someday, some way, justice will be served, here on earth or after, the sentence that is deserved. Initials after that was SBC, November 22nd, 1964, a year afterwards. And I think I got an A on that. But that wasn't New York. Today, after 40 years, a new president, just his term has ended, is still there for another couple of weeks. And will the president now be any better? That's 44 years ago. I don't know. That was my one poem. I've got one more to do. This was also in that book. This is an old one, 44 years ago. The pen is mightier than the sword, and a person who has persuasive speech is mightier than the pen.